Tomorrow morning, millions of bank accounts across America will receive deposits that could reach $2,000. And if you are counting on Social Security, what you do not know about this payment batch could cost you money. The Social Security Administration has just confirmed a new wave of deposits hitting accounts. But here is what most people are missing. Not everyone gets paid on the same day, and understanding your specific payment schedule could mean the difference between financial planning and financial chaos. Right now, the Social Security Administration operates on a strict calendar system based on your birth date and when you first started claiming benefits. If you were born between the 1st and the 10th of any month, your money arrives on the second Wednesday. Born between the 11th and the 20th, that is the third Wednesday. And if your birthday falls between the 21st and the 31st, you are looking at the fourth Wednesday of each month. But here is where it gets critical. Supplemental payments, cost of living adjustments, and even one-time deposits can change these amounts dramatically. The real question is not just when your money arrives. It is whether you are getting everything you are entitled to receive. Let us break down exactly what is coming, who qualifies, and how to verify you are not leaving a single dollar on the table. Most people do not realize until it is too late that the Social Security Administration processes over 70 million payments every single month. And each one of those payments follows a system that has been carefully designed over decades. But here's the thing that keeps financial advisors up at night. Thousands of seniors are missing out on money they have already earned simply because they do not understand how this system actually works. When we talk about a $2,000 deposit hitting your account tomorrow, we are not just talking about your regular monthly benefit. We are talking about a combination of factors that include your primary insurance amount, any cost of living adjustments that have been applied, potential back payments if there were delays in processing, and supplemental payments that you might qualify for based on your specific circumstances. Now, let us get into the real mechanics of how tomorrow's payment batch actually works, because this is where things get interesting. The Social Security Administration does not just randomly send out payments whenever they feel like it. They follow what is called a staggered payment schedule. And this schedule has been in place since 1987, when Congress decided that sending all Social Security payments on the 3rd of every month was creating massive logistical problems for banks and financial institutions across the country. So they split it up based on birth dates. And this is crucial information that every beneficiary needs to have written down somewhere safe. If you started receiving benefits before May 1997, you are part of what they call the legacy group, and your payments come on the 3rd day of every month, regardless of your birth date. But if you started receiving benefits after that cutoff date, then your payment day depends entirely on which part of the month you were born in. Here is where people start getting confused. And honestly, I do not blame them, because the Social Security Administration does not exactly make this information easy to find. When you look at your birth certificate and see that date, that is what determines your payment Wednesday. The second Wednesday of the month belongs to people born between the 1st and the 10th. The third Wednesday goes to those born between the 11th and the 20th. And the fourth Wednesday is reserved for anyone born between the 21st and the 31st. But tomorrow's batch is special, and I am going to explain exactly why in just a moment, because there are additional payments being included that do not follow the normal schedule. And if you are not paying attention, you might miss important information about money that is legally yours. The $2,000 figure that we are talking about is not just pulled out of thin air. The average Social Security retirement benefit in 2025 is sitting at around $1,876 per month for individual retirees. But here is what makes this particular payment batch different. We are looking at a combination of regular monthly benefits plus potential supplementary payments that some seniors qualify for, but many do not even know exist. Let me break this down in a way that actually makes sense for your wallet. If you are receiving the maximum Social Security benefit because you worked for 35 years at or above the maximum taxable earnings limit and you delayed claiming until age 70, your monthly payment could be as high as $4,973. That is the absolute ceiling. But most people are not getting that amount, and that is perfectly normal, because most people did not earn the maximum taxable income for 3.5 decades straight. What we are seeing with tomorrow's deposit is something more nuanced. The Social Security Administration periodically issues what are called supplemental payments, and these can come from several different sources. First, there is the annual cost of living adjustment, which for 2025 came in at 2.5%. This means that if you were getting $1,800 per month in 2024, your payment automatically increased to approximately $1,845 starting in January 2025. But here is where it gets tricky. Sometimes the Social Security Administration makes errors in calculating these adjustments, and when they catch these errors, they issue back payments to make up the difference. These back payments can add several $100s to your regular monthly deposit, and they usually come without much warning except for a notice in the mail that arrives either right before or right after the money hits your account. Another source of additional funds in tomorrow's batch could be related to supplemental security income, commonly known as SSI. Now, SSI is different from regular Social Security retirement benefits, but many seniors receive both programs simultaneously. SSI is needs-based, meaning it is designed to help people who have limited income and resources, and the monthly federal payment for 2025 is around $943 for an individual. If you qualify for both Social Security retirement and SSI, these payments are calculated separately and sometimes arrive in the same deposit, which can make your total monthly income appear much higher than your base Social Security benefit alone. The key thing to understand is that SSI payments actually follow a different schedule than regular Social Security. They typically arrive on the first of the month, but when payment dates fall on weekends or holidays, things get shifted around, and multiple payments can end up hitting your account on the same day. Tomorrow's payment batch represents more than just money hitting bank accounts across America. It represents the fulfillment of a social contract that has been in place since 1935, when President Franklin Roosevelt signed the Social Security Act into law. You paid into this system throughout your working years, with every paycheck contributing through FICA taxes, and now you are receiving the benefits you earned. Understanding exactly how much you should be getting, why that amount might vary from month to month, and what factors can increase or decrease your payment is not just about being informed. It is about ensuring you receive every single dollar you are entitled to after decades of hard work and contribution to this system. Check your bank account tomorrow. Verify the amount against what you should be receiving. And if something does not look right, do not hesitate to contact the Social Security Administration immediately, because this is your money, your future, and your financial security we are talking about.